We're not in the business of acquiring fruit sellers. We're in the business of acquiring ballers. Chelsea, led by Christopher Vivel and monitored by Todd Boehly, offered 90 million euros. I'm confused. I'm confused, I'm confused. So let me just get things straight. Because it seems that the video and the live show that we did yesterday, it's pointless. So, 120 mil. Shout out to Miss Small. Miss Small, what up? Your boy's good. Your boy did good, Miss Smallwood. I did good. I did I. C-Sets Mass, what's up? C-Sets Mass, stand up. C-Sets Mass, it's in. We didn't talk. C-Sets Mass, what yeah. Miss Smallwood, let's talk. 120. 120. 20 more than 100. 120, like 120. 120. How does a party say 120, not one kobo less? Go to Google and look how much a kobo is worth. 120 mil, not one kobo less. Then how do you then bid 85? Forget about installments. So, yeah, well, no. We said 120. Then how do you, it's 120, you have a discussion that it's 120. And then you now say, well, how about we just do like 85? How about that? How about 90? No, it's 120. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Because that was his release clause. That was the fee that was stated. Now, we got punks. And this is why when you go on Twitter, don't believe the hype. Don't believe a lot of crap that you see get told on Twitter, because everybody is a click whore. They're click whores. They are desperate for clicks. Desperate for clicks. So obviously there was a lot of misinformation, because the amount of times I saw Enzo deal is done. It's agreed. Finito. I was like, oh, it's done. So if the deal is done, then you must have bid the 120. But it's click whores. Don't believe the click holes. So the situation now is you're now running for Mudryk. Are you going for Mudryk because you really need him and Potter needs him? Or are you doing it to say, hey, we can still flex? No, I don't work like that in the transfer markets. We've all played Football Manager. You get players that you need, not players that are hyped or players that your rivals are going for. You get the players that you need. Shout out to your boy, I think it's your boy M from Emmanuel, man. Shout out. He basically gives me all this Chelsea news. So shout out to your boy Emmanuel, man. Sending me this stuff in my DM, man. He's a real one. So this is from CFC Parts. I think they're obviously I think it's a guy or something, but he always does sell stuff. So this is the exclusive. Chelsea, led by Christopher Vivel and monitored by Todd Boehly, offered 90 million euros. Let's stop there. Last I checked, now I might be wrong. I'm relying on the spirit of Miss Smallwood. Miss Smallwood, we see you, man. Miss Smallwood, man. Miss Smallwood, we're here, baby. So I'm relying on the spirit of Miss Smallwood. So, according to the theory that is Smallwood, let's call it the Smallwood theory. I think 90 is less than 120. I think it is. A lot less. I think 90 I think that's 30 mil less. I think that's 30 mil less. Shout out to Miss Smallwood. I think I may be wrong. I think 90 is 30 mil less than 120. But let's go. To be paid in 4 installments. Even if you paid the 90 mil in full, first class, in cash, it still get rejected. So not only are you not even paying the 90 million, which is less in a full installment, you want in four installments, and the possibility that three Chelsea players would be in the middle of the deal. Benfica, very angry, returned to the position of release clause or nothing. Someone's going to be sacked here because because from Rui Costa's point of view, if you're Rui Costa, why? I didn't. I didn't. First of all, you're giving me Leicester 120. You're not even giving me in one installment. It's in four installments. I didn't ask for any of your bum-ass brick players. Who are you going to offer him? Well, 90 million installments, four installments. We'll give you Conor Gallagher. We'll throw in a bit of Mount. And, how about we may even give you a bit of Jorginho? I mean, who do you want? Who do you want? And Request will be like, thanks, but we're not in the business of acquiring fruit sellers. We're in the business of acquiring ballers. I mean, this is peak stupidity. And I've been on the timeline. Everyone is saying that, man, Chelsea are looking like idiots. Chelsea fans are saying that this is making us look like morons. He would be embarrassed. He'd be embarrassed. Let's read on. On Monday, 2nd of January, Chelsea said they would pay 105 mil. Therefore, Benfica waited for the structure to be put together. But then Chelsea changed the conditions and Benfica said, we have to do this in 48 hours. This is when negotiations took place on the 3rd and 4th of January. Chelsea then arrived on the 4th of January with the offer mentioned, well below what was discussed, 90 mil compared to 127 mil. Maybe they were trolling. My only explanation here is maybe they were just trolling. They must have been trolling. Somehow they must have been trolling because, you see, my thing here is, it's to the point where Benfica like, all right, we're not doing business with these dudes now. Like, it's so insulting. It's so rude. It's possibly slightly arrogant because are you doing this because you think that you're an EPL team or because you think it's Chelsea and he wants to come to Chelsea, you can shorthand us? Then Lucas was like, no, like, okay, Enzo, do whatever you want and so forth. Nah, this ain't gonna happen. So, but I just want to understand the logic. What is the logic in? Because the key point is, what's the logic in? Okay, 105 mil. Let's now talk about installments here and what is the structure. So how do you go from you have agreed on 105 mil, but dependent on how you want to pay the 105 mil and the structure of the 105 mil, how do you go from there to 90? So we have a discussion. 105 mil, okay, cool. Come back to us with a structure. Okay. Hey, we're back. Cool. So what structure will you pay the 105 mil? Well, about that 105. 90. Can we talk? I take a nuclear warhead and I'll fire it at whatever Chelsea executive is there. We agreed on 105. How do you go and come back and now talk about 90? That is peak. That is peak Ballon d'Or. That is peak brick door. That is brick door level negotiations. That is brick door level negotiations. Because my fear is this. Is this how Chelsea are now going to be negotiating with other players? Because fine, you can get all your defenders and all these guys, but if you're not going for sought after guys, i.e. World Cup winners like Enzo Fernandez, sought after guys like Mudryk, dudes like João Felix, is this going to be the same method of negotiation you're going to be rolling with? Because here's the thing, you want to go for Felix? I still think Atleti owe Benfica some cheddar. So Benfica may do a little thing to Atleti, but like, oh, Atleti, bro, if these Chelsea guys come, don't negotiate with these guys, man. These guys are messed up. My only hope here is this. This is my only hope. It's January 5th. There's a long way to go in the window. And Chelsea fans, don't hang your heads yet. Don't hang your heads yet. Now, here's the thing. If this is January 25th, January 29th, and all I can see are no-name defenders, no-name midfielders, no-name attackers, and just vibes, and players who don't fit into a system, a scattergun approach with no real proper strategy or method, then panic. So let's see how this month goes, because it's the busy month. Let's see how the month goes, and let's see where we're at January 20th, January 25th, January 28th, January 31st, deadline day. Let's see where we're at, and then we can then gauge those panic levels. Guys, join that Discord group. Football, movies, films, music, all that kind of stuff, man, all in there, man. Join in the discussion. Use your phone to scan the QR code and join in there on that Discord. Remember, guys, to subscribe, like that vid, and I'll see you on the other one. Lord in heaven, Chelsea.